invocation and a pledge to the flag. And I will ask everyone that can, please stand. And bow your head, please. Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Thank you, God, for being here with us and just guiding us through the day. Lord, we ask now that as we go into a time of business, which, Lord, in the end is your business, I pray that we will do the work that will make you proud. God, just watch over everyone tonight. Take care of us. Guide us home. And, Lord, just never take your hand off of us. For it's in Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Yeah.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mr. Clerk, if you will call the roll, please.
Yes, sir. Mayor Pro Tem Bojo.
Here.
Commissioner Brock. Here. Cochran.
Here.
Beeman.
Here.
Doss.
Here.
Quick.
Here.
Collins.
Here.
Robinson.
Here.
If everyone saw the meeting minutes to the meeting of September 22nd, has anyone got any corrections or additions that need to be added to those minutes? Then those minutes will stand approved. We've got 4 proclamations before us tonight, and we will start with the Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and Commissioner Terry Brock will read that proclamation.
Do we have someone with Hospitality House? If y'all want to step forward here. Thank you. Whereas October is annually recognized as National Domestic Violence Awareness Month, whereas although progress has been made toward preventing and ending domestic violence and providing support to survivors and their families, violence against women and children continued to be prevalent as a social problem. And whereas domestic violence affects people of all genders, sexual orientation, ages, racial, ethnic, cultural, social, religious, and economic groups in the United States and here in Rome, Georgia. And whereas the crime of domestic violence violates an individual's privacy, dignity, security, and humanity due to systematic use of physical, emotional, sexual, psychological, and economic control and or abuse. And whereas domestic violence has a significant economic impact on women and children and society as a whole, the goal of our community is to support efforts to educate the public about issues of family violence. And whereas it is survivors of domestic violence themselves who have been at the forefront of efforts to bring peace and equity at home. Now therefore be it resolved that the Rome City Commission and the Floyd County Board of Commissioners do hereby proclaim the month of October 2025 as Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and urge all citizens to actively participate in the month-long events honoring 47 years of the Hospitality House's dedication to supporting survivors of domestic violence, raising awareness, and working towards ending violence against women. Thank you all for being here. If you would like to step to the podium and say something.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Crystal Raines. I'm the Executive Director of Hospitality House for Women, and we have with us also Angela Harris. She's our Outreach Coordinator. On behalf of Hospitality House, it is an honor to accept this proclamation recognizing October as Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Thank you all. It's so much more than just words on paper. It's a public declaration that our community stands united against abuse of all forms. It honors the survivors who have shown incredible strength. It remembers those we've lost and recommits us to building a future free from violence and fear. Domestic violence affects individuals and families across every background, age, and community. Awareness is the first step, but we must also take action. Together, I believe that with compassion, education, and support, that we can break the silence, uplift survivors, and create lasting change. So thank you, Mayor Pro Tem Bojo, and the rest of the city commissioners. Thank you so very much for this proclamation and your support and affirmation of ending the cycle of domestic violence.
Thank you. Next, we have another proclamation for White Cane Safety Day, and Commissioner Mark Cochran will read that.
Are y'all doing well this evening? Good. All right. City of Rome, Georgia, proclamation. Whereas White Cane Safety Day is a day dedicated to celebrating the achievements and independence of individuals who are blind or visually impaired, and recognize the vital role that White Cane plays in ensuring their mobility and freedom. And whereas the White Cane is not only a tool that aids in the navigation of the world, but also a powerful symbol of independence, enabling individuals to traverse their environments with confidence, dignity, and self-reliance. And whereas the White Cane was introduced in the early 20th century and has since evolved into various forms, including long canes, guide canes, and support canes, each designed to meet the specific needs of individuals, ensuring their safety and mobility. And whereas the continued promotion of White Cane Safety Day encourages public awareness about the needs of the blind and visually impaired community, and serves as a reminder of the importance of accessibility, inclusivity, and the respect for the rights of all people to navigate their world freely and independently. And whereas White Cane Safety Day continues to be celebrated across the United States and globally, recognizing the empowerment of individuals who use the white cane to enhance their daily lives and contribute meaningfully to society. Now, therefore, be it resolved that I, Mayor Craig McDaniel, along with the Rome City Commission, do hereby proclaim October 15th, 2025 as White Cane Safety Day, and call upon citizens of Rome to honor and support those who are blind or visually impaired, and to reflect on the significance of White Cane as a symbol of independence, safety, and equality. You're very welcome. If you would like to go to the podium and say a few words, you're welcome to.
Good evening. I'm Christina Holtzclaw. I'm the Executive Director of Northwest Georgia Center for Independent Living. And I couldn't say it any better than that proclamation just did. Want to thank you so much for honoring us this way. Vinny, who is over to my right, has a stack of brochures. We do have an event that's coming up this coming Wednesday. It is October the 15th, which is actually White Cane Safety Day. We're working in partnership with our emergency management, and the event has like the different topics of safety and preparedness that would be of interest to our community. I'd like for you to ask you to please come and share this information. And I would like to take a moment to invite everybody here to please come down and see our Center for Independent Living. It is 1 block from us. It's 527 Broad Street, Suite 101. I believe you would be amazed at some of the programs and services that our disability leaders have brought to our area. It is something that I'm very proud of. I've worked at the center for 22 years, and we have done nothing but grow. So please come see us, and thank you so much to our commission. Thank you so much.
Mayor, could we let Benny hand out some of those brochures?
If they've got the brochures, they can certainly hand them out.
Benny, yeah, I got you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioner Randy Quick will now present a proclamation to the Georgia Retired Educators.
Would you like to come forward? My daughter is a teacher. I think it's one of the most noble professions on the planet. This is a joint proclamation. We'll read this one tonight. It'll move forward to the county to do it again. Whereas the governor of the state of Georgia has proclaimed the day of Monday, November 3rd, 2025, as Retired Educators Day in Georgia. And whereas there are 141,000 retired educators in Georgia, 32,000 plus of whom are members of the Georgia Retired Educators Association. And whereas the retired educators of Georgia donate thousands of hours of volunteer service and make invaluable contributions to the welfare of their respective communities across the state. And whereas it is appropriate that a day be designated for citizens to express their appreciation for the contributions that retired educators have made and continue to make for the betterment of human lives and for society. Now therefore be it resolved that the Rome City Commission and the Floyd County Board of Commissions do hereby proclaim Monday, November 3rd, 2025 as Retired Educators Day, and encourage the citizens of Rome and Floyd County to observe the day in a meaningful way, honoring retired educators. Signed by our Mayor Craig McDaniel, and it'll move forward now to the Floyd County Board of Commissioners. Would you like to make any comments?
Rome and Floyd County are fortunate to have an incredible number of educators that are teaching our children. And certainly you're aware as you look at the last events of the last several days, weeks, that they've had specific challenges where they're reaching out to meet the needs of the children they teach as well as the families of those children. Thank you for recognizing these retired educators that have given so many years and continue to give. We appreciate your acknowledgement. Thank you.
Commissioner Wayne Robinson will now read, excuse me, a proclamation honoring Chiaha Month.
This proclamation is whereas for over half a century, the Chiaha Arts Guild has served as a vital force in promoting the arts, supporting local artists, and enriching the cultural life of Rome and the surrounding region. And whereas the Guild is best known for funding and hosting, I don't have my glasses, sorry, hosting the beloved Chiaha Harvest Fair, an annual celebration of creativity and community that brought together artists, artisans, and families. And whereas, although the Guild no longer organizes the Chiaha Harvest Fair, the legacy endures through the continued efforts of the Guild to support and inspire the arts in the new and meaningful ways. And whereas, in celebration of its 60th anniversary, the Rome Area History Center honoring the Guild's lasting impact with a special exhibit throughout the month of October, showcasing the history of the Chiaha Harvest Fair and the enduring cultural significance. Now, therefore, be it resolved that I, Mayor Craig McDaniel, along with the Rome City Commission, do hereby proclaim October 2025 as Chiaha Month, and do hereby recognize and commend the Chiaha Arts Guild for 60 years of artistic leadership, cultural contribution, and community spirit, and encourage all residents to celebrate this milestone and explore the Guild's rich history during the October exhibit. Given my hand and seal in the 13th day of October of the year of our Lord, 2025, Rome City Commission, Craig McDaniel.
Hi, I'm Andy Byer. I've been associated with Chiaha for more than half my life, the last 33 years. But we do have the exhibit at the History Museum, which will walk you through the rich history of Chiaha and also sort of highlighting its cultural impact that we've had on the community. And at the end of the month, on Saturday, October 25th, from 11 to 4, we will have an anniversary celebration in the upstairs of the museum. Of course, we'll have some kettle corn, and we will have hot apple cider. We're having a student art show, some vendors, some demonstrating artists, and we will also reveal the new and exciting direction that Chiaha is taking.
I just wanted to take a second. I'm Monica Shepard, co-director of Chiaha, not as long as Andy was involved, but close. But we just want to say thank you to you guys and to the entire community for the incredible support that Chiaha has experienced here in the 60 years of existence. And even though we are all sad to see this tradition end as it was, we are very excited to introduce you to what the future will hold. And so we hope you'll get as excited with us, okay? Thank you.
We have one, excuse me, we have one registered guest for tonight. Mr. Wright, if you will go to the podium, give us your name and your address. You have 3 minutes.
Okay. Ken Wright, P.O. Box 324, Silver Creek, Georgia. Have any of you asked these companies why they need data centers? If not, perhaps I can shed some light on the subject. First of all, every 13-year-old in this country has 72 million data points recorded on them. There's lots of sources for that. NPR, Washington Post, BBC, they've done it in Australia, Canada. Every study says the same. If someone was looking through your window at your child or your grandchild, watching them on the computer, would that be okay with you? But yet this allowable internet spying is exponentially worse. Now your child's location, username, password, programs they run, accounts they open, their interests and dislikes are available to the globe. This information is sold to advertisers, and of course the hosts know this information. Think about the exorbitant amounts of data storage required to record 72 million data points on every person in America, hence the need for data centers. The Children's Online Privacy Protection Act doesn't protect these kids because the stipulation is that the app or website has to have actual knowledge that the child is using their website. These companies simply claim they don't know who their users are, which is bogus. The NPR study found that 2/3 of iPhones send personal data to the advertising industry without the knowledge of the user. For Android phones, it's even higher, 79%. The study found that app developers, along with Apple and Google, are harvesting this personal data from children without the parents' explicit permission and making billions of dollars off of it. In Australia, they found children's data collected from baby monitors enabled by AI and web-connected toys and sold to advertisers. Young people who display curiosity about alcohol, gambling, pornography, illegal drugs are served content designed to fuel those interests. The UK is currently suing TikTok on behalf of millions of children that have downloaded the app with their data, including their biometric data, being collected and used illegally. Canada's concern is for both harvesting information and AI. Children and teens participate in dialogue with AI chatbots, some present in cuddly stuffed animals. But as you surely know by now, AI is extremely undependable, wrong as often as it is right. I can go into detail if you like, but I'm sure you've already witnessed this. There's even a school in New York, as reported by New York Times, where they're replacing the school with, it's now an AI school. They've replaced all the teachers with guides in their AI-led lessons. People can't remember their username and passwords for the past 5 years. Probably none of you can. But Microsoft, Google, Amazon, and Meta, Facebook, they know your passwords for the last 20 years. If anybody believes when Georgia Power states that increased power will be paid by the data centers and not passed on to the citizens, you're a fool. I remember 3 to 4 years ago when Georgia Power claimed raised rates to finish the nuclear reactors at Vogtle, claiming it would satisfy our power needs for the next 40 years, yet now we need more power generation. The bottom line is citizens have come forward in droves to oppose these data centers at both city and county commissions. You guys always claim you want citizens to become involved, so put your money where your mouth is. Citizens oppose paid parking, it passed. Citizens oppose property tax increases, they increase. Citizens oppose data centers, yet they proceed. I can't even understand why you would ever believe citizens would continue to get involved when commissioners oppose the voices of the citizens more times than not. If for no other reason, protect children and stop these data centers. With Floyd County appearing to be hosting at least 3 of these data centers, which will hold the personal information of companies and people from all walks of life, military, medical, government, I suspect that Floyd County will be added to the list of domestic and foreign terrorist targets. Protect this community, no data centers.
We have one resolution to talk about tonight. Randy?
Yes. There's a resolution that comes for us tonight from the Public Works Committee. Be it resolved, the Rome City Commission is hereby resolved by Rome City Commission to close East 4th Street, having a 64-foot right-of-way which lies between East First Avenue and the northerly right-of-way on Southern Railroad as a street. And basically, this is going to be conveyed, property owners, Chota Realty Company, for $1 and other good valuable consideration. Property would be closed and conveyed. And there are a number of stipulations that we have gone through and reviewed, and these stipulations pretty much cover all aspects protecting this for the city of Rome in the use of an access point to the trail system and other aspects right there, maintaining the width and control of that aspect right there, while some of the maintenance situations and all would be transferred to a Chota Realty. But this comes as a motion for approval tonight from Public Works.
Okay, excuse me, we have a resolution that has been read, and we got to get a second, right?
Second.
Got a second. Okay, is there any comments among the commission?
Mr. Pro Tem, I'm going to have to recuse myself because I am working for a company who currently rents from a Chota Realty. And so I'm not working directly for a Chota. However, I'm not sure if they're going to include my architectural fee and it get paid from them, or they're going to roll it into a Chota and I'll get my check from a Chota. So I'm going to recuse myself.
Thank you, Commissioner. Anyone else? Mr. Clerk, will you call the roll?
Sir. Commissioner Brock? Yes. Beeman?
Yes.
Goss?
Yes.
Quick?
Yes.
Collins?
Yes?
Robertson?
Yes.
I probably should have done this a few minutes ago. Anyone that would like to leave now because things have happened, we'll give you just a few minutes to leave after the proclamations have been read. Thank you for coming.
Great job. Thank you. You too.
That always takes away our audience.
I know everybody leave. I'm sitting here looking at this audience and
Take it personal.
it's kind of like they were still here from last time. Okay, we have one item on first reading, and thought Bryce was going to come up. Joe, can you?
You do have one item for first reading that's coming to you tonight from the Planning Commission, and it involves number 3 Forsyth Street. The application, the request is for both rezoning and a special use permit. The rezoning request is to move from high-density traditional residential to suburban residential, and the special use permit request is for the placement of a manufactured home on that property. Again, number 3 Forsyth Street. You can see the Planning Commission voted to deny this. You all will have a chance to debate this and act on it at our next meeting 2 weeks from tonight.
Thank you, Joe. Nothing on second reading, nothing on continued first reading. We have one item on public hearing, and that is the ordinance for the Business Improvement District. And we saw that downstairs a little while ago. Sammy, you want to take over from there?
Just some brief comments, but what is before us tonight is the renewal of our Business Improvement District. So tonight would be holding a public hearing, and just as a reminder, the original Business Improvement District was done up back in 2005, implemented in 2006 for a period of 10 years. That was renewed in 2016, and then we have before us tonight to do an additional renewal. And so just as a reminder to our listening audience, Business Improvement District allows the city to assess a separate ad valorem fee and then a business license surcharge fee. And these funds are then utilized for supplemental services, and that is how we do a lot of the good things that make downtown Rome a shining star of entire state of Georgia. And so we're very proud about the good work that BID has allowed our community. And with that, Mayor Pro Tem Bojo, we do need to conduct a public hearing about the ordinance that's before us tonight.
Okay, I will open the public hearing by asking, is there anyone here to speak in favor of the, okay, we got one. Is there anyone here to speak opposed to it? All right, sir, if you will come to the podium. Once you get there, you'll have 10 minutes.
Good evening. My name is DJ Rickman. I am the owner and operator of Giggity Sports Bar, located right here downtown on 227 Broad Street, which I also have the pleasure of owning. So I'm a business owner and property owner downtown, as well as serving on the DDA board, and I am on some subcommittees as far as the parking committee, and I'm the chair of the business development, as well as being on the steering committee for this bid renewal.
Thank you.
So while state law requires only 51% of the property values to be in favor of business improvement district, 79% of the property values represented by their owners support the renewal of business improvement district. This was a higher percentage than when the bid was originally implemented in 2006, and then again when it was renewed in 2016. The renewal for 2026 through 2035 would not change the millage rate as it would remain at 1.5 mils. There will also be no increase in the business license surcharge, nor the maximum amount for the surcharge. However, the boundaries for bid have been altered, with 3 parcels on East First Avenue being added. And I can say firsthand, being a property and business owner downtown, this has been something that, even though it is an extra tax and an extra fee, we 100%, well, at least 79% as stated here, buy into the program. Every first Friday, the block parties, the facade grants, the impact and marketing grants, those are something that has tangible value to property and business owners, and it pays for itself 10 times over at the end of the day when we have all these programs that we use for bid. So, thank you.
Thank you. There's no one else asked to speak. I will close the public hearing. And is there anyone up amongst the commissioners that has comments or questions?
I'd like to say just one thing. I'd like to commend all the people that are in the DDA that worked so hard on this bid. They gave a lot of time and effort to this and worked diligently until they got over the 50%, and then it just kept snowballing from there and just kept going to the 79%. But all you girls and one guy that are in here did a tremendous job, and Kelly, you were very instrumental in that as well. So, but thank everybody for the hard work on that.
I would just follow that up by saying, Ms. Pro Temp, that bid process did exactly what we thought it would do from the inception of it some years back, and it hadn't did anything but enhance Rome. It's also a great tool being used, like the Giggity owner made mention of, or the First Fridays, et cetera, and invite all our surrounding counties to come here and enjoy our downtown. It's just been great, and especially the fine job that the downtown development and that whole group have been doing, allowing us to walk these streets with a cup in our hand is one thing, is especially inviting to a lot of our businesses and stuff. We first thought that a lot of us did the sky was gonna fall, and we did that, but it hadn't happened. I don't even know if the chief has had to make an arrest, but it's been really great.
So our downtown is one of our crown jewels in our city. And again, thank you, DDA. I learned something tonight. I learned that there are only 6 bid downtowns in the state of Georgia. My goodness, how many downtowns does the state have? A lot. And we're one of 6. And I think that's a testimony for our city. And again, thank you.
And I'd like to echo what you said, too, what everyone said. And then when you go downtown, it's just so vibrant, and I love to see the season changes. But I have one correction, not girls, but ladies.
I just want to add one statement. It is so impressive at the level of buy-in by the businesses downtown that support this. That shows that we're doing something incredibly right. So thank you.
one last thing is, you know, some of the things that we see downtown that we walk by and go, wow, that looks great. We don't have a clue where it comes from. And all of you work hard to put that stuff out there. So it totally enhances our downtown, and it totally enhances the visitor experience when they come to town and see all these cool little features that you guys do. So thank y'all again.
Just so that people aren't confused about this, is it possible to place a map on the screen showing the limits of where this tax is applied? I don't want anybody confused thinking that we're voting on a new tax that will be applied to West Rome or North Rome. This is strictly downtown.
Yes, Commissioner, it's up now. It's the area shaded is what is inside the Business Improvement District. You see some of that is across the river, West 3rd area, as well as the traditional downtown.
So both sides of Broad Street leading up to Turner McCall, and then across the river going slightly down 5th, and then one side of 3rd, and then a little bit down 1st Avenue. So this doesn't apply to the residences that are in between the rivers. It doesn't apply to the area over towards the hospital. It's strictly kind of confined to, it's basically orbiting around Broad Street and the river. Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
I'd just like to say, as someone who beat the bushes to get this thing initially done 20 years ago, whatever it was, the fact somebody said, you know, you see these things downtown and you don't really know where it comes from or how it happened. Used to, if there was something like that happened, you went out and beat the bushes and you tried to find sponsors. And, you know, you were constantly, we're going to have a First Friday, you know, we need sponsors, we need money, we're going to, so you were constantly going to the merchants, you know, asking people to kick in. So the beauty of this, and to me, you see the success as it continues to go up, 62, 67, 79, you know, people are seeing the benefit of it. You know, they pay the money in, y'all do a great job, and the board does a good job of managing those funds. And people see the improvements, they see the things happen, and they're not getting hounded constantly. How do we get this next project done? How do we find the money for this? So I'm proud of the bid, proud of the success of it, and I think the increase in the support shows that the merchants and owners appreciate it too. So thank y'all.
I think you guys do an amazing job, really, truly, and you got a big event coming up this weekend, so I'll see all of y'all downtown.
Mayor,
Saturday.
just to comment, we have a vibrant downtown, and you don't have a vibrant downtown just by happenstance. It takes a lot of people working together. The fact that there are only 6 bid downtowns in the state of Georgia, you have to have a vibrant downtown for the bid to work. A lot of those downtowns need it, but we have something special here. Thank you, Mayor.
Anyone else? Mr. Clerk, will you call the roll?
No.
Call for the vote.
We're not going to vote on this one tonight, just first reading.
Okay. Then don't call for the vote. Yep. Okay. We'll move along. Mr. Clerk, you have anything?
Just a reminder of sorts that leading up to our November 4th City of Rome general election, early voting will begin tomorrow. Almost 3 weeks of early voting. That'll take place at least at the Floyd County Voter Registration Office on 12th Street, the building they share with the Health Department. But again, that'll lead up to our November 4th general election for our Ward 2 City Commissioners, our entire Rome Board of Education, the sales tax question, that is a county-wide question, as well as the counties, unincorporated counties, Sunday distilled spirit pouring question.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Mr. Manager?
I have no report, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
Mr. Attorney? No report, Mr. Mayor. Well, on the mayor's meeting announcements and so forth right here, I will tell you that there will be a ribbon cutting for the North Stars Park that will be held Friday of this week, October 17th, 2 o'clock. 1702 North Broad Street, which is up next,
Just south of Stanley's Cafeteria.
yeah, there you go, right there by
Quite a
Stanley.
landmark on the corridor.
That's it. The Rome Floyd Department Authority will meet on Tuesday, October 21st at 9 o'clock at 800 Broad Street. Joint Services Committee will meet the same day, Tuesday, October 21st at 10:30 in the Floyd County Administrative Building. And then the 2017-23 SPLOST Committee updates will be held Tuesday, October 21st, 5:30, Fire Education Room at 409 East 12th Street. And I want to encourage everyone to come to that. That will let you know what's been, with all the SPLOST dollars that we have taken in, what's been done and where we stand on projects that may not have been completed yet. So now also the Community Redevelopment Committee will meet on Wednesday, October 22nd, 2 o'clock in the Sam King Room. Finance Committee will meet Wednesday, October 22nd, 10 o'clock in the Sam King Room. And Commissioner Brock.
Yeah, just one tourism meeting will be Wednesday, October 22nd, 11:45 at the Rome Area History Museum. That's all I have.
Commissioner Cochran.
Thank you, Mr. Pro Tem. The Historic Preservation Committee will meet on Wednesday, October the 15th at 2:30 p.m. in the Sam King Room. And just a few comments about what's happened the last couple of weeks. I think that talking with people that trust in this particular government and especially this commission is at an all-time low. I think that we're going to have a hard time getting that back. I think that people are angry with us. I think they feel like we don't listen to them. I think they feel like we are tone deaf when they show up in droves of the hundreds, and we sit there and nothing really happens, and we can't really answer their questions. And they don't really know what to do. They talk to us, nothing really changes. They are told that the only way to really make a difference is not to actually talk to your representatives that are supposed to actually do representing. Instead, the best way to make a change is you actually have to run against us. And that's demeaning and demoralizing. And in particular, the people at the Somerville Park meeting felt like, and of course I can't speak for all of them, but just the ones I have talked to, feel like they were treated in a manner that no citizen should ever be publicly treated. And so they're upset and they're angry about that. And I don't really know what to say, and I don't really know what to tell them. And it's something that we need to be aware of. And if we're not, then shame on all of us for not being aware of it. And I hope in the future that we will listen. But I'm skeptical in some respects. And that's not to cast aspersions on any one of us. It's to cast aspersions on all of us, that if we aren't representing those who elected us, then we're not doing our job. Thank you.
What other issue are you referring to outside of the Somerville Park?
Taxes.
We don't control that. We control the millage rate, but we have nothing to do with tax valuations.
Are you saying we didn't vote on property taxes this year?
We didn't set valuations.
I'm not saying valuations, I'm saying property taxes.
I would just say, just counting what the commission is talking about, and the sentiments weigh heavily on myself. Somerville Park is, of course, my community. Somerville Park is my community. And if it had not been for Bill Collins feeling the same way that this commission is feeling, that information wouldn't have got to not anyone. I called for the town hall meeting over there because in Summer Park, we can throw a rock to where the data center might be, and that's what has spurred a lot of this. But I think what I hear from not only the citizens over there and heard that night, and of course what the commissioner is talking about is, we told them on that night, from all the commissioners' mouth, that we hear them for us being transparent. And I think that meeting went a long way to kind of give us a jolt as to some of the things we might need to begin to practice. It shouldn't be that we have to be told the only way it's going to change is that you're going to have to vote us out of here. I think that we elected to serve these citizens, and we ought to get about the business of doing that. I not only had called the town hall meeting, but if you go back and research your mind, I talked about it that night in caucus. And I was reminded in caucus that when I spoke up about the fact that we had only heard about the data center after it had already been voted on by our redevelopment group, which is the mayor and the chairman of the county and others, the constitutional members, that's probably puts us in a position where he got to do his job as mayor. And if you're gonna hold that seat, sometimes you be put in those positions. But at the same time, I hope that when I held that seat that I always kept everybody engaged and was forthcoming with information. But I can tell you one thing, I don't think that what happened in Summer Park and the conversations that we're having with a lot of the different community people is landing on deaf ears. I think that we're gonna have to make a change, and you can already tell it's happening when the Commissioner Cochran, which has been a pro temp, and he's also served in other positions of leadership, talking with the county as well as the city leaders over the past. I think that a lot of us around this table should take note. And I got some senior people that's on this here commission and understand exactly what I'm talking about. But I would just say to you, Commissioner Cochran, your words are well said, and it is the sentiment of the people that was at that meeting. I had a talk with some of them just this morning, and it's not leaving their thoughts at that meeting. They're talking about it all over town. Mr. Pro Tem, thank you.
So I just want to share that I don't agree with Commissioner Cochran's opinion. I do agree there's some upset citizens, but to say that this commission doesn't represent our city, I say no. I say we do represent this city, and I think we have a good city commission.
Commissioner Bateman.
I don't have a report, but I do have a comment on what we're talking about. That it's very disheartening when you hear that people don't trust the commission and that we don't listen. But the bottom line is we're all individuals up here, and I do have a listening ear. And that night I took notes and I paid attention. And I heard that we need to be more transparent. And I totally agree with that. But to say that we don't care, that everybody up here doesn't care, that's not true. I didn't run because I didn't care about the city that birthed me, that raised me, and that poured into me so I could pour back into it. So I don't think that's fair to say that we're all grouped together as one not caring, because I don't think anybody up here doesn't care. But I do feel that we do need to do a better job of being more transparent, but I think that's a twofold. I think we need more representation, maybe on some of our committees from the people in the community. We need more people to show up. Instead of seeing empty seats, we need to see filled seats. And when we make decisions, then people get upset about the decisions that we make when we don't hear from them. You're right, we do represent every ward, but people are not reaching out to us in every ward. Like I said before, when we were on the, going to the forum, I get more invites when it's time for an election than I get when it's time for a non-election. And I'm accessible. I'm involved. I'm in the community. I'm reachable. I'm approachable. So I don't think that's fair saying that all of us need to listen. And that concludes my comments.
Commissioner Doss.
Thank you, Mr. Pro Tem. Under Committee on Committees, I'm going to make a motion. I'll make one motion for the ULDC Board of Adjustments, appoint Meredith Norris, and also appoint Angie Cray O'Neill. And for the Historic Preservation Committee, reappoint one of our leading citizens. Sam, will you please stand up? Sam Moss. And that is my motion. Thank you.
I'll second that.
All right, got a motion and a second. Anyone have anything to say?
I'll just say this, Mr. Pro Tem, that another way people can get involved with our city is to volunteer to serve on one of our committees. If you have any interest at all, and this is a public announcement, please see our city clerk, Joe Smith, and we would love to have your name on file. Thank you.
Mr. Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Sir, Commissioner Brock?
Yes.
Cochran?
Yes.
Beeman?
Yes.
Dawes?
Yes.
Quick?
Yes.
Collins?
Yes?
Robinson?
Yes.
And Mr. Pro Tem, quickly, we talked about this downstairs, but under the International Committee, a delegation of 5 just returned from the city of Kumamoto to commemorate our 30th Sister City anniversary. And I will say that it was a successful trip. It was important that we went, and we went this year. And it's important that we have a strategic global relationship. Thank you. That's my report.
Mr. Quick.
I don't really have a report from the committees. I will say that the other day during Public Works, Transit, Trails, and that committee, we got some very, very great information on the bridge railing that we're going to be using on Turner McCall Boulevard. Unfortunately, the commissioner that really wanted to see these wasn't there to get the information, but it really honestly was great, and we're going to be doing it again next time. And I encourage, if you're on a project and if you really want to be what you say you want to be, then go to the committees you're assigned to do.
May I respond to that?
So, yeah, sure.
It has been not explicitly told to me, but certainly implied that I'm not welcome in committees. Do with that what you will. I was the one to bring it up, plus I have a full-time job. And
Don't
during
do,
that
Mark.
particular time, I had a
We all do.
commitment.
We all have full-time
Congratulations. I sent some designs to Sammy. I said, I think this is what we should shoot for. I'll be glad to design the thing pro bono if you want me to.
We have some examples.
Would you like me to show up to the committee? Am I welcome at your committee?
We were missing you the other day, right, Harry?
Are you sure the word missing is the appropriate one to use?
We had a presentation that you would have enjoyed.
I didn't know about it, so that's great. Good to know. Didn't know about it. That's fantastic. Probably wouldn't have come. Certainly the word missing, I don't think, is the one that you would have used.
Mark,
it's been implied, strongly implied, that I am not welcome at committees.
I have never told you you're not welcome.
I know you
at
haven't.
committees.
I know you haven't.
Have I ever said that to you?
No,
Gentlemen,
that's why the word implied was used.
Gentlemen, thank you. Commissioners, all commissioners, you are always, always welcome at any meeting.
And we
And
make
all
these-
you people out there are welcome at any meeting. I sit here and look, and I see people that have come to our meetings. You are always welcome to our meetings. They are not closed to anyone unless we go into executive session, and this commission meeting is the only one I've ever gone into executive session in.
And these meetings are announced.
They
That's what
are
we're-
announced.
That's what we're going through
You've
here
got,
now.
that's what we're doing right now, is letting you know when these meetings are. And please, if you go to a meeting and they tell you you gotta leave, you're not welcome, you need to see this man right here, or call me. I will see to it that that changes, or something will change. Because we can't run the city under those circumstances. We can't be what we need to be under those circumstances. If you want to go to a meeting, you go to a meeting. And everyone should accept it at every meeting.
Well said, Pro Tem.
Commissioner Collins, please give your report.
Before I go to my report, I would kind of tag on to what Commissioner Quick is saying about the bridge deal. We did hear the information, Commissioner Cochran, you all thought about, but I think it's Sammy to do us some due diligence. If he does have some ideas, go ahead. We're looking at a chain link fence, and that basically ain't what we want, but they're very expensive. Would you say, Sammy?
Yes, sir, there was a good bit of conversation, and probably, Commissioner, one thought would be we even think about a future caucus discussion for that in addition to future Public Works Committee, but everybody probably interested in
Because we did
seeing
kind
that.
of put it on hold a little bit, Mark, until we can actually get back, because the other option was just a section going across the railroad track was it 800,000?
Yes, close to $1 million.
And that was how many feet, Sammy?
10.
600 maybe?
No, 110.
Yeah, no, it's a.
Anyway, we're
Yeah, it's a-
talking
it's a
about
short
the railroad
section.
coming from all the way down on
It was
Hicks.
just the area going over the railroad.
Yeah, Hicks Drive up to the railroad track. That was about 800,000, the railing that gave us another option. So I would say to you, Mr. Manager, if he want to do something pro bono for us to take a look at, maybe somebody else had an idea that we can introduce to them, and it wouldn't put us back a whole lot of time, because I understand that time is short span. Anyway, Mr. Pro Temp, I just wanted to say that. But
Thank you.
getting on to my committees, Northwest Georgia Regional Commission, we'll meet October the 23rd at 11 a.m. in the Paulding County Senior Citizen, that's on Paulding Lane, Dallas, Georgia. And Parks and Rec will meet on the 21st of October at the Gilbert Recreation Center. And that's all I have.
Thank you, sir. Commissioner Robinson.
Mr. Pro Tem, I have the Alcohol Control Commission will meet on Monday, October the 20th at 5 p.m. right here in these very chambers. The Downtown Development Authority that has done such a great job. The Fiddling Fest will be held on Saturday, October the 18th from 10 till 4 right here in the good old downtown Rome. So everybody come fiddle. That's all I have, Mr. Pro Tem.
Thank you, sir. Commission, have we got anything else? We stand adjourned. And by the way, thank all of you for being here tonight.